What's up, YouTube? It's Brandon B, aka Blaze here. It's kind of windy out, so I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it's time for another movie review. So this week I went and I saw the horror movie called Winchester. It was actually a really good movie. There was a lot of jump scares in it. I did get scared a couple times. It felt like another like Conjuring slash Annabelle slash just like one of those type of horror movies. The movie was done really well. It takes place back in 1902 to 1922 in that time frame. It took place in California. I think it was either in San Francisco or San Jose, California. Can't remember which one it was. But it's a story about a haunted house. And the people that own the house is from the Winchester Gun Company. Well, the lady that owns it was married to this guy that was the founder of the Winchester company, which is the Winchester guns that they used back in the wars back in the day. So this house is supposed to be haunted because it has the people locked inside the house that died of like getting shot by the Winchester gun, or innocent people getting shot by the Winchester gun come there to stay. Turns out the house is actually really real. It is still around in California. I actually know somebody that actually went to the house and stayed overnight, but they told me it was not haunted when they stayed there, so we don't really know if the house is haunted or not, or it could be fake and could be done with movie magic. But overall, it was a really great movie. The scenery was beautiful. I liked all the old costumes and all the old times that they had. Turns out this lady also came up with the idea for roller skates, because the guy that made the Winchester guns, it was a husband and wife. She died in like I think 1922, 1923. The guy died earlier because of tuberculosis. Their only child died, which they didn't really talk about that much in the movie. They also have the niece and the younger kid that lives there. The kid is always getting possessed by these demons, and then the mom of the kid doesn't really know what's going on. She doesn't believe any of this. So what they do is they have a doctor who has his own demons come and stay at the house to try to determine if she's telling the truth or if she's batshit crazy. But turns out it was actually really good. Plus turns out the doctor was actually shot. Sorry. Turns out the doctor was actually shot by one of the Winchester guns, but he only died for like 3 minutes, and then he was brought back to life by the doctors. So he has a little bit of history in the house, plus he is actually the only one that's able to see the demons and monsters besides the lady. The house is, plus his wife died of the Winchester gun, and she's actually in the house staying in the garden room. The doctor has his own demons because he is addicted to the medicine and he's addicted to alcohol. But overall, like every time at midnight, the bell at the house chimes. So then the demons take over the lady and they possess her to build extra rooms inside the house and to make extra drawings inside the house. The house is pretty much described as like a fun house at like an amusement park, because there's all these different stairwells, crazy mirrors in there, just different rooms. How they keep the demons locked in the room is they put wood and they put 13 nails. If they have 13 nails or 13 hooks on the doors or inside the room, it helps keep the demons stay inside the room. Turns out there's this one guy who unleashes all the demons because his brothers died and he died of a Winchester gun, so he's afraid of the Winchester gun because he was like kind of like a bank robber, but he was also died in the war, and he was brought back to life, and then he goes into the Winchester office and starts shooting up the place. But overall, it was such a really great movie. I do like the scenery. I do like the jump scares that were involved in the movie. I did jump a lot. The demons were pretty scarier than what you would see in like The Conjuring or Annabelle. But I thought it was really cool. The cast in this movie only had like 2 famous people. Helen Mirren, who's like this British actress. Her newest movie was The Collateral Beauty with Will Smith and Edward Norton. The other guy who plays the doctor in this movie, he's pretty famous. His name is Jason Clarke. He is from Zero Dark 30, and he has that big, huge beard. He's also in Lawless. He's in Planet of the Apes. I think it's the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He's also in the new Terminator Genesis. So overall, I think they did really well with the cast. I do like everything in this movie, the suspense, the music that they had, everything was really cool, and I do like the old scenery type movies because it makes you go into a different time era, different timepiece to see how things were like. The story was kind of slow at some parts. They should have made it run faster. The movie was super, super short. It was only like an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes. It could have been a lot longer. I wish they added a lot more jump scares like they did in Annabelle and The Conjuring. That would have been pretty cool to have it like a straight horror movie. Some of this movie was action though, because it does show like the Winchester battles using their rifles or guns. But overall, I'm probably going to have to give this movie a 7 out of 10, only because I wished it was a lot longer. It was too many slow parts. It did really well sticking to the story. I just wish it could have been a lot longer and a lot scarier, because they kept it at like a PG-13 rating. It could have been a lot more if it was like R-rated. But overall, the acting was really good. I think they chose the right people for this movie. And as always, please keep on watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.